Morning. Yeah, it's morning time. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well this morning too. No lie. No lie. So last night I was listening to some of the sewer lid talk, sewer lid Sue. Um, it's like one thing that stuck out to me, and then I was like, so. But before we get to that, I'm gonna a little do a little programming on the way up to that. All right. So let me go ahead and turn this stuff off. All right. Good morning to everyone. Jaded, Cotton Candy, Sammy Sparrow, Fizzle, the real Brenda, Case K. What's up, baby? Alicia Powell, Lip Lock, Luda. Um, Deline, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I know it's a little bit early. I get this stuff off my chest, man. You know, just get it right off my chest. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna listen to. It's starting to paint a picture. The issue is you got to be able to pull things from streams behind and add them to streams that just happened or what have you. Now, this is going to be the most recent event, right? Now, most recent events, rather. Glad you could make it this morning with us, Fizzle. It's almost like you're a part-timer again. I'm just playing. You turned into a part-timer, man. Shit. All right. No, I know you're still there. All right. So, what we want to do is I want to play from Deets in the Streets yesterday, okay? Let's go ahead and watch. Let's just play all the way through so we could we could catch everybody up on what happened about 2 nights ago.
Hey y'all. So, it's been quite some time since we have visited Big Joe. I catch up on news from her through clip channels myself now. It's the best way to keep up with her long-ass lives. But tonight, I was alerted to this little slip that she had. So I went myself, checked it out, and here's what we have.
The entire time.
Now, at first, she's going to ramble about some pointless shit, and maybe I'll interrupt, but we've got to build up the context.
Like a year, they've had Monster back there. And Style Pump.
You know what's really funny about the word monster? Like, I've been really just, like, hearing that word for a long time. Typically, it's like something we only hear, like, around Halloween. You don't hear the word monster kind of all through the year, right? Unless you got a little kid or something. But this one here has said monster so many times that, to me, like, if you were to say monster to a child as many times as we know she has said monster to her child, probably the child ain't even scared of monsters no more. She got real thick skin, like, I don't know, elephant cowboy boots. Like, just super fucking thick. Like, what are you gonna, like, what could even be happening now? Right? Like the verbiage has been the way it's been for so long. The child is conditioned to it. Right? Moving forward.
Doing shit that could entirely mess up.
For those that don't remember all things Jody Sue, monster is how she refers to her ex, not husband, because he never married her, but her ex, Andy Bernard. And Stall Pump is how she lovingly refers to his new wife, because he did put a ring on it.
He put a ring on it!
Fuck with, because they're too
Oh, hell yeah, he put a ring on it.
They don't care about anything beyond the abuse and targeting of and silencing of and that dude keeping a mask on and the abuse quiet.
She, like, you know what, she is a real Halloween enthusiast. She should have moved to Detroit. And she could celebrate this shit twice. Like, day to day. Like, you got Devil's Night, and then you got fucking Halloween. Like, this lady, Mr. Calling. This lady, I think, in a former life was like a CEO of Spirit Halloween, probably. This woman is just fully enthused with the ideas of Halloween. Like, the Hallow. Jesus.
And still abusing and doing it for profit and personal gain. And
damn, he's abusing people for money now? What the fuck is he? Conor McGregor? Is he Nate Diaz? Fucking Tito Ortiz? Oh, Jesus. Fun fact about Tito Ortiz, he later went on to have a very toxic relationship with Jenna, the porn star. Jenna, what's her last name? Jenna Jameson. Oh, God. She's a real monster when she's not in front of the camera. And she's a monster in front of the camera, too.
If the jumbled ramblings of Jody Sue confuse you, let me explain. Jody Sue fully believes that Andy is only...
I swear, just by hearing that voice, I know Deet's got to be a supermodel. I ain't even playing. Like, she just sounds like she just lives in Paris and drinks champagne for breakfast and shit. Sounds so pretty.
Here and only talking because he wants money. To the best of my calculations...
Oh,
the
yeah.
amount of money-
The abuse for money. It's like prize fighting, almost like, a little gathering of chicken fighters and shit. Speaking of chicken fighters. God, fucking chickens. Well, I went on the hunt the other day. I'm telling you, chicken feathers, ladies and gentlemen, chicken feathers are extremely rigid. They act like a bulletproof vest for said chicken. There ain't no way you taking a chicken down with no fucking pellet gun. You got to have some real smoke. You got to have some gunpowder in the equation. And these ones here are far too fast to let you catch them. So I just been plinking away, and it just like you hit them with the BB gun, and you can watch the BB just bullshit.
That Andy has received via super chats because he hasn't created enough content to receive ads in. But through super chats, interview, payment that he received from Benny, and I don't know if he received anything else besides those items. It's far.
He could have received some more, except for he jumped on his horse too quick. That's right. He left part of the money in the bank. Or you know how them dumbass robbers will rob some shit and then leave a trail of money. They leave more money on the ground outside the bank than they get in the bag they get caught with. Like, come on.
Less, far, far less than what Jody Sue has received talking about Summer Wells.
Thinking they're gonna
What you gotta remember really quick, let's preface all of this shit. You gotta remember Andy is Fred's cousin, right? And you gotta remember Sherfy lives right there too. Sherfy has a shoestring genetic to Brad, to 423 Chase. They say that he has a connection from Bernard to Sherfy, but there's a connection from Wishawn to Sherfy. Oh boy. Sound like Sherfy Jr. got a whole bunch of relatives out there really upset with his ass. Don't matter. You ain't gonna see him in 10 years though. For 10 years. 10 whole years, he'll be back. You get a Brandon Lawson kind of 10 years, which is like a Brandon Lawson 10 years would have been 1 year in jail, right? At the local level, the county level, right? But hey, Sherfy couldn't pull all the same stops that young Lawson could. You understand?
More shit from profit from abuse. Right.
So
I never understood why they call the shit beach. There ain't no fucking sand nowhere. Hardly no water. Barely no pretty women. I mean, I'm guessing Karen Renfro is the most beautiful woman out there. I mean, I've heard stories that they say Jody is like a holler 9, right? She'd be a Dallas 3. I mean, it's only because I can find something beautiful in every woman, right? Not every man can. So I'm going to just throw it out there that you be a down south, you wouldn't even be a nickel, baby. You'd be a few pennies together. Up there in them hollers, boy, you standing close to a dime, baby.
she thinks that Andy is working with other creators behind the scenes to profit off of Summer, when we haven't seen much evidence of that. We have seen him talking to other creators. We haven't seen a huge monetary gain. Yes, some small amounts given to him, but
just remember, out there in the hollers, people just sell property just because they think some shit may have been placed on it. Now, we're going to get to the next video here in about 2 minutes. It'll make more sense.
hell, Fred Hill has made more off of this than Andy has. Now, what we have seen, though, is lots and lots of proof of Big Joe here working the...
Fred, he may have got a lot. It didn't even amount to a hill of beans. Probably like a hill of meth, maybe. But that shit is cheap these days, I hear.
creators, stirring up drama behind the scenes. Let's you call it baiting creators and individuals, flat out lying about situations. And we have seen an influx of great monetary gain on her behalf. Just to put it into context.
It's that fucking 5P. About once a week they go over there and lay a 20 on her. Cool-handed 20. Mr. Jackson. Oh, yes. Now, you got to understand, she's going to smoke up $20 worth of cigarettes in about a morning. Shit. Before lunch, she done smoked up 20. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for you.
Too stupid to realize what they're doing, which is helping this group try to contaminate, discredit.
No, you got to remember that ignorant head shake. It's in there. Wait, it's in the sauce. She threw it in the sauce.
What they're doing, which is helping this group try to contaminate, discredit, and contaminate jury pools and shit like that against my eldest.
Against her eldest. This night, she had the underbite. I don't know what it is that pulls her front teeth forward. Other than a good tongue lashing online, that seems to pull her teeth forward. Otherwise, she talking like this. This night, she talking like this. The split personalities are fucking real. They even got separate dental issues. For fuck's sake.
Excuse me? Let's hear that again.
Too stupid to realize what they're doing, which is helping this group try to contaminate, discredit, and contaminate jury pools and shit like that.
The only thing that can discredit a jury pool is the jury pool's self. The self of the pool. The pooly self. The selfie pool. It's the only thing that can discredit a jury pool. Now, if you're trying to pull from a group of people like the people on Ben Hill, now, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to get Frank Light and Fred Hill to sit on the jury. But you could get their family members, and you don't even know just by looking at them who they're related to. Fair enough? Oh, it's fair enough.
Against my eldest. Right? If needed.
So, you got to understand, it seems to be a lot of business, just a moving and a shaking behind the scenes, behind the YouTube scenes for the Bernards. It may seem like they play a passive role, but clearly Jody says they are not playing a passive role. You've got Dad and Stall Pump, a.k.a. Cupcake, a.k.a. BKA Coleslaw. You got some interferences. I will agree to that. There seems to be some interferences, Jody. Now, I'm going to bite the side of my cheek until it bleeds this morning saying that shit. Because you're saying that your ex live-in and his new stepmom, do remember that Stall Pump is now a spiritual mother to your eldest and your minor child. They got a new mommy in town. Yeah. And give them about 5 minutes. I'm guessing that Becca is a lovely lady. I mean, he picked her instead of you, so she's probably pretty close to being on the level, if not on the level altogether. Now, you got the two of them who don't come online, who are not reckless with the jury pool. Now, let's remember, the projection with this one is real. I'm guessing that at some point somebody told her, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. Friday night, I had on socks made of silk. I've got the upper region of very nice rump. I fell down them stairs. Oh boy, did I fall down them stairs. Just the left side is very Latin, and it's colorful too. I hurt a rib as well. But look here, I ain't gonna do no complaining. You feel the pain, that's God's way of telling you still feeling shit. I came right down them stairs. Bang, 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 bang. Knocked the wind right out of me. Mama Keys came straight out the room with the codeine. She's like, I know you're gonna need this, I heard it. I was like, yeah, let me get that. Whew. yeah, so I was laying in the bed, just trying to just sulk, just let my booty cheeks sulk. My damn toes went numb. So I got something going on with my back. I'm fucked around and destroyed something. It sounds like. Anyways, moving forward.
Diet monster and stall pump are too fucking ignorant to realize that.
Well,
So
no.
stall pumping them are too ignorant to understand they're fucking up the jury pool for young Bug. Check this out though. If you guys aren't subscribed to Deets on the Streets, can somebody put Deets in the chat? Can somebody grab up Killer Looks links as well? Now, so we got a real interference issue coming from the fucking Bernard clan now. I don't know why Jody is trying to make it seem like the Bernards just fucking hate Damien. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, they let him walk around with their last name. So I think that's probably at least a little bit cool. However, it's some very interesting stuff in this one that you guys really, really, really need to pay attention to because I did it. Oh, shit. Hell yeah, I was smoke screened by all the stuff going on with the Wells and Mullins and all of them. I missed this part. That's why I feel like I'm such an asset to this community now. Because I know everything. I just sometimes don't know I know it. And I don't mean I know everything like Sissy from Prayer Garden. I don't know that much. I know quite a lot less than Sissy. But however, look at this.
110 Blue Hill Road off of Beach Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parent
Oof. Let's run that back.
should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing.
Bam. So, you've got the JSB clan, the Dobbs clan, and the Wells clan.
4-year-old. The parents have called in and
Now, where we're headed is towards Fields Road. This thing is going to unlayer itself, but just watch.
that the mother had went for a walk.
Was built up. You see this here, this right here? Can you
Sorry about the train. So Cam is describing the campsite here.
see my mouse? That right there is built up, I'd say about 6 feet high. And right on the other side of this, now this is at a higher elevation than Summer's house. You can see right to her swing from it.
Now, moving forward westwardly, sorry, you're going to run into the Overbees. Moving forward,
Came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about.
boom, got a footprint. Let's move that back here.
From
Came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her.
Got a footprint on a ridge line. Not any ridge line, a very steep and long ridge line. This is nothing like the ridge that comes off of Beach Creek. It's nothing. Beach Creek, Ben Hill, between coming off the road onto the properties off of Ben Hill is nothing like this. This is the real shit.
She's been gone for about 10 minutes now.
Now, we've all been through this. We've seen this. This is a neighbor, right? 2 footprints, child size, barefoot. Not my kid's print. One on my land, one on the neighbor's land. Neighbors don't want their name or location mentioned. I do not want my location shown either. Search dogs barked on my land. Deputy asked me questions about my kid's shoe sizes. I asked if the dog's barking meant it was her scent. He said yes. Said it had to be recent print. Left after she disappeared. However, they had been there for multiple days before they found the print. So what that leads you to believe is that the scent stays in the print. Now, what does that actually mean? That actually means that the scent going down the dog trail or the driveway is what I would focus on because it's what come from David Radar in the beginning stages when he was at the command center. He was hearing things like that. So the footprint on this neighbor's, they were there for a few days before they even found the print. You got to remember that. You have to remember that, because a lot of novices here in the community, they think that I don't know what they think. They think that, like, if I went out there and left a print and then walked over here 5 minutes later and left a print on the other side, the first one ain't no good no more, because there's a second one that's going to be stronger. No, what the science tells you through. Now, I also want to say this. There are many people that have talked to TBI agents throughout the course of this whole ordeal. And what I'm here to tell you is they all have extra information after talking with the police that they didn't have before. Like, does the barking mean it was her scent? He said yes. He should not have said yes. He should say, I'm not a dog handler, or preliminarily there was some barking. I don't actually know what it means, though. We have to investigate a little further. You don't run around telling all these hillbillies the same shit. That way they can get on the internet and all their stories can collide. We've heard it from the gas station lady. We've heard it from Robin Lane. We've heard it from multiple people throughout the course, that when they talk to TBI, they get told and left with too much information. Moving forward. There is footprint. Now, for anyone that doesn't understand, this is towards Rogerville. You're gonna take a left and head west out of Ben Hill down Beach Creek, and you're gonna go past the barn, and then some distance past the barn, there's this cutout, which I do believe used to be a driveway. There's allegedly a footprint there. So as you understand it, the footprint by the Overbys was on a ridge. Moving more west, now it's down closer to the road. What did I just hear? Hello? Hello?
Lane?
Hey.
Not a part.
What? You broke up again. What'd you say?
Turn on your echo cancellation.
But then I won't be able to use the video side.
Okay, I went.
You got to turn yours on. Right. It's on.
Okay. Mine's on too, so I don't know.
I think it's okay.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Mom. Have a great day.
I just came up to chill. I'm not a part-timer. You know, I'm always there, lurking and doing work and stuff.
Yeah, no, I was just fucking with you, baby.
Anyway, carry on. This is interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to change this audio though.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. There it is. So, just so we can be clear here, this area right here is where a footprint was found, right on the other side of this. So I don't think that the child went out any other way and then circled back to the left to come back around. This is outwardly. This is on the way out, right? So you've got a footprint here, and then you've got a footprint up here. So the child is now, unfortunately, in my opinion, you hate to see the one up by the road. The one up by the road, it suggests opportunity for an encounter with just anybody on the road. That's, now, however, this one is deep in the woods. But let me tell you something. The child has a fair knowledge of the area, I would assume, because she can wander through all of these different woods and then end up out by the road. Now, I'm guessing by virtue of sound, she kind of always knows where the roads are at, right? But this footprint and this footprint are in a succession right now. What you heard was the gentleman, this gentleman, he says that the footprints were roughly 3/4 of a mile apart. This is not 3/4 of a mile. Just to tell you, that's not 3/4 of a mile. Moving forward.
Call for about 10 minutes now.
There's the footprint right by the road. Right? Now, what I find interesting about the location of this footprint, if it is truly precise, is that this would have caused sort of the same visual obstruction that the leaves and the stacked up wood at the campsite would have created, right? You cannot see. If you were to walk up on it, you don't know somebody's on the other side of the wood, the leaves and sticks, potentially looking at things maybe they're not supposed to be looking at, right? This would have been the same obstruction, seeing how the house is back here to the east. So if she was here, there is a possibility that she could have been in this area and been obstructed from visual contact, right? That's what I never liked also about this one, was that if there were someone with her, they could have been hiding here with her. Now, cars coming from the west going eastbound they may not know if there was theoretically someone hiding there with her. Wouldn't know that person's not supposed to be with that child. But if you're on this side and people are starting to look, potentially, or they're, just a visual cue, being on that side to me suggests something a little more nefarious. I'm just going to keep it real. Now, could it be a natural place that she just stopped and left a footprint? Possibly. But this is the other thing. You've got a child that weighs, what did they say? She was 3 feet tall, 40 pounds. So you've got a child with a substrate. Substrate is the ground, right? You've got a child with the PSI enough in 40 pounds to leave a footprint. Now, my contention is that the person that some may have thought that she was carrying her, you have to imagine is going to be an adult, probably a male, probably going to be between the weight of 150 to 220. I don't feel like too much bigger than 220. You're going to be getting around in them woods very quickly, right? So it's probably not the person. You do not want someone overweight trying to make this run. We're just speculating. But however, a full-grown man holding a child is definitely going to exert a downward physics that would, in my opinion, also leave a footprint. And you don't have that. You have footprints solely by the child alone. It says right here, no other scent or footprints were found. Just my opinion with nothing else to base it on, but that sounds like she was being carried and was set down to make it through a rough area. Now, you would expect more prints if she was walking. True. Search crews, and here is the price of tea in China, people. Search crews had been all over my land for several days. Now, I said 3. Several is more than 3. 3 is a few, 2 is a couple. Several days before the footprint was found. So there were already plenty of adult footprints there. Fair enough. And I hope that the police didn't just stop it. Oh, goodness. Look at all these adult prints. We'll never be able to track down who could have been with her. Ah, jeez. I'm guessing it could be the footprint that's not a tactical police boot. But you start to see that there were plenty of adult prints all around the child's prints. So there very well could have been other prints left by an assailant or left by the child, but that were tracked all over. So you also have to ask yourself, how in the natural fuck could dog teams and elements be on this man's property for several days before the dog hits on the scent? How? I'll leave you with that.
House in New Orleans. They call the
This is also very interesting, as the child was seen walking away from her own home or near her own home at 7 p.m. Ay, chinga.
Rising sun, and it's been the ruin of.
Westward as we go, quite naturally, they're gonna run into Fields Road. Fair enough. Moving forward.
Many a poor boy I know I want.
Okay, so here we have it. We've arrived at Fields Road. Let me back it up, because what he's done is he has come, twisted the camera, and now he's pointed back northeast. There we go. Now, it's going to get interesting here pretty quick. I mean, I'm sure a whole bunch of y'all knew this, but I, however, did not.
Here in this area, someone's property here, and also the family of Andy Bernard lives here.
SoCal 420 said, I wonder if...
Okay. Now,
Jody Sue lived in a cabin or a trailer on Ben Hill Road. It was actually a yard barn.
Yeah, they call it cabin. There's multiple structures up there. We'll show you that. There's a big old house, and there's like a barn up there, and then they had this yard barn that they called a cabin. This is Fields Road.
okay. This is Beach Creek, the creek, as it runs through the north side of the Wells property. Now, this is Beach Creek Road proper. It's the Blacktop Beach Creek. Fair enough? Okay, here we go. Now, this area right here is very, very interesting.
Can y'all see that pretty good? This right here is where the picture was taken.
Beach Creek, headed in a westerly direction towards Fields Road. They are actually pointed towards and taking pictures of the direction westward towards Fields Road. Now, they are essentially in this area right here. This is the property right here. They're like right here. They're headed over there. Now, I forgot to pull up one thing. They were headed westward, I would assume, Liplock, westward. All right. Summer Wells search February. Now, it's in the vernacular, people. Is Feb 28th. Okay. Now, don't get all caught up in the quotations here, people. Oh, jeez. Because the quotations, they are going to dictate to you that they've been to this area before, because it's a previous area of interest. Yeah. This is on the corner right here. Where they are at is even further into the mix, headed towards Fields Road. Now, if anyone remembers, they did a search in November. And what they said was they were going to do sort of a pop-up search because the foliage was coming down and they could see the visibility was a little bit better. That was also the day, now Jody has since removed all of that. Does anyone remember? That was the day, oops, hold on. I was not sharing my screen. That was the day Jody missed her oncology appointment because of the search, right? Now, hold on one second. That same day, I called Candace and Grandis to see what they were up to. And they were playing Monopoly. Does everyone remember? Now, when you look at you had segues in, or I did it anyhow. You had a window in to each household or trailer hold. So at the Bernard trailer hole, she's on the floor tweaking, missing the damn oncology report or day because they're doing a search somewhere, right? Now, oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Candace and Grandis, however, they're playing Monopoly on the same day.
I remember.
Not worried at all about any search. Now, at that time, I thought, well, wow, that's a pretty calloused, cold-blooded. That's some real street shit to do to somebody, right? Your daughter's being searched for. You and your mom, you're up there playing Texas Monopoly. It didn't hit right then. It hits different last night. It hit different. It was like, okay. So you've got the Wells over here playing Monopoly, and you got Jody Sue on the floor of her camper tweaking out. Can't make it to the oncology because they're doing a search. Now, my contention is, I tracked it down last night. The day in November that they were searching was not this day, where they had returned to an area about 150, 200 yards off of the Fields Road property owned by the Bernards, right? Now, the day that they were searching, this is in February. March 1st, this is February 28th, March 1st, they did this search. The November 30th search, there's no pictures or anything to look at from that I've found. Maybe there is, I haven't found them, right? So my contention is that you could almost speculate that back in November, they may have been at this same area, right? They may have been in this same area in November when Mersa Sue is tweaked out on the floor, not going to oncology. And what makes you believe that they could have been there before is that they're focused on previous areas of interest. Previous areas of interest, which means, folks, that they have been in this area specifically before. That's what they're saying. Now, my contention is that this may be some sort of tactic played by WJHL in coordination with the law enforcement, because as someone like Jody Sue, when you see this pop up on the news and you know exactly where that's at, probably your go-to response is, oh shit, right? Oh shit. But not the same oh shit that we saw or that we are thinking. It's an oh shit that they're back again. Now, you have to also preface and context yourself to remember that this is a case that the formal comment about the situation is that there's the very real possibility that she wandered away from her house, and became lost in the mountainous terrain surrounding her home. But all of a sudden, about 3/4 of a mile to a mile away, you've got this previous area of interest, which a lotto odd, right? This is a lotto odd that the child is going to go missing from Ben Hill, walk westwardly, and have some sort of significance to yet another property that's accessible by the neighbors on Ben Hill at 125. Let's push forward. Remember this. Previous areas of interest, meaning they had been to Fields Road. If they continue due west and pop through these trees, on the other side of these trees is the Fields Road situation. Moving forward.
This is Fields Road. Can y'all see that pretty good? This right here is where the picture was taken.
Right there is where the picture was taken. This is Fields Road, Bernard property right here. Right here. They are right there. They are headed straight towards the fucking property. Moving forward.
Happened February 28th, 2022. And you see there's a little bridge and they're walking.
February. Now, I had not even listened. As soon as I started seeing this, I started just shaking and baking. I should have listened to all of what Cam had going on. It would have helped expedite the situation for me. However, it was good to go in there and get a real understanding of the searches. Now, in terms of being able to go back and look at the way that Jody reacted on these two search days, November and end of March, end of February, 1st of March, we can't go back into context as to what her behavior was. All we're working off of is memory. I don't remember at all what Jody Sue was doing on this day in February and the next day in March. I have no idea, right? I do know what she was doing during the November search, though. She was on the floor, tweaked out, missing her oncology appointment. Moving forward.
This way. The searchers are working their way up through this way with the dogs. This is the property.
And so when you're right here to here, you're looking at a couple of 100 yards. Few 100 yards. 200-300 yards, right? One of the pictures seems to be in about this area right here.
One of them that's owned by Polly Bernard. Okay, and we have actually a clip too we're going to be playing where they say very early on, and that's a clip at the end where Jason said they went and searched their other properties and they're talking to the other person that she's referencing, the other person that lives out on Fields Road. But that's pretty close to be going in that direction. They're traveling in this direction with them dogs searching.
You're damn right, Cam. Very close. I agree with you. I had no context that this was Fields Road, just a couple of 100 yards from, I mean, hell, I don't know the layout, but shit, look at right there. That could be the barn for all I know, right? I mean, you could actually almost probably see. Yeah, I would say that's probably it. If they're right here taking a picture in a line, yeah, kind of just looks like they just totally took a picture. Look. Of the Bernard property. Moving forward. Whoa. What is this? What the hell is this? This looks like a big blue shipping container. Does it not? There's another little structure right here of some sort. Looks like a big fucking shipping container. Same kind of one that was over there off of Long Hollow, right? Is that the word? Long Hollow? Yikes.
Want me to talk or is it going to be
Okay, go ahead.
Oh no.
Hold on, I'm about to hit the button. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't see it. Like I see where you're pointing, but I don't see anything besides trees. So
Hold on.
Go back to it.
Right here. It's not going to let me zoom it in no more. There's a big blue object right here. Right here. And then there's a smaller Tanner object right here. Now, do you remember she had a big blue?
Me, that looks like a clearing right there through that.
It is a clearing. There's a clearing right here. It goes all the way down to this same level here. It's almost like I don't want to say a dog trail, but it's like a little trail that goes up there, right?
Well, there's power lines right there to the right. So that's got to be the power line clearing.
There, right. Here's the pole right here. There is a building of some sort right here. I can see it. You can see the side of it. And then there's like a big blue shipping container. What looks to be a shipping container right here. You remember she had the big blue shipping container over on Long Hollow.
Yeah.
She had one over there.
Is it? I wonder if it's still there. Was it there whenever Ziggy passed by?
I do not know. That would have been towards where they were keeping Heckin Reaper in that barn. It was next to that barn or behind that barn was where that was at. You see it too, Jaded? I don't know. Like, it's there. There is a shipping container of some sort right there. I wished it would let me zoom in more, but it just doesn't. That's
Is
it.
that's Long Hollow right there? Over
No,
there? No, that's Fields Road.
this is looking right. This is looking at their property right here.
Mm.
Right here. So the search was happening. The picture was taken from right here. Now you taking a picture in that same line. Look, there's the cutout. I mean, you're looking at the same piece of property right there.
Oh.
That's their property. So it's very, I would say, very problematic. Now, for people, and even the people that live there, maybe not at that time putting all the pieces together, but Jody sure the fuck knew. She saw this, and I guarantee you, she puckered up. She
Yeah.
puckered up.
So the day that she missed her appointment, she was blaming it on YouTubers, right? But isn't that also the same day that they were playing Monopoly, Candace and
Correct.
Grandis? They were
Would have been
right, and that's also the same day that you told me that Candace said they ain't gonna find nothing.
right. Yeah, she was
And
pretty.
that's the day that you were sick. You were like disgusted, like your stomach was inside out.
Yeah, I
That
was fucked up about it. I remember that now that you say that.
Oh yeah, I think you even did a live that day, and you could tell you were disgusted. Like you
Yeah,
felt
I can see what I
sick.
did on that day. You're exactly right. Because that's really all that I've been able to go on is going back and like something. It'll progress in time with time, and then all you can do is go back and try to look at the reverse engineering of it. Right? You're going back and trying to see, okay, well, on this day, how was she behaving? We know that on the November search, which was not the search pictures presented in front of you now, some months before, which would have been a search before I went there in December, right? Jody was tweaked out on the floor. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit the button really quick and move forward a little bit of this video. All right.
But that's pretty close to be going in that direction. They're traveling in this direction with them dogs searching. Why? Here's that property.
There's the property. Now, what it looked like to me is that the blue container was somewhere right in this area to the left of the clearing, right? You've got the power lines that run through the picture. It looked now in this picture, it's not there, but there definitely is a blue obstruction right there. It is blue or a brighter gray. There's something right here though, and it looks like it's the end of a cargo, a semi trailer. Moving forward.
Here's where the gate was said to be put up by her. I'm guessing. This takes you all the way up Fields Road. I'm guessing this is a gate that blocked it off right here.
I know of one.
Let's move that back really quick.
The gate that blocked it off right here.
I know.
So what you're seeing through the cut, the searchers are back in this area off the screen. What you're seeing is the edge of this building, and then something else right here, which in this picture, there is nothing else. There's two structures up there.
One.
Here in this area, some of this property here, and also the family of Andy Bernard.
Several times.
You see
I
this
can't
right
find
here?
a lot.
Boom. Now, to get you recalibrated, the searchers are in this area, somewhere back in here. Okay? They're looking right up. Now, I guess I was actually wrong. This isn't their property. Their property starts right here. But it's still up this line of sight right here. So it would be, their property would be on the other side of this ridge right here. There's a ridge here, and this is the front side of a ridge. So the ridge goes here, and then it goes here. They're on the back side of this ridge on the other side of the trees. So you are seeing stuff, right?
In this cabin.
What unfinished cabin would that be, Rachel? Quote, unfinished cabin you're probably trying to insinuate in my chat. Was sold by Monster.
Now, when you go over to the chimney top revocable trust, Cannot find. I couldn't find any information about what chimney top revocable trust, what it was, right? When you look it up, this is the only thing that pops up right here. So when you go back and you look at what revocable trust and irrevocable trust, that's not why we're here today. But irrevocable is a trust that stands even after your death. Revocable can be changed, right? So what you have is that in the early weeks of November, Mr. Bernard decides, I don't want that property anymore. The ownership changed hands. Let me show you. Chimney top revocable trust. All right. All lands on chimney top are private property and permission to hike must be obtained before you plan your trip. All right. So in this expose here, oh, it's going to make me sign up because I've watched too many already. Lovely. So it changed hands. On the paperwork, Chimney Top Revocable Trust is now the sole owner. In the owner number 2, there is no owner number 2. It is solely Chimney Top Revocable Trust, right? Now, isn't timesnews.net, isn't that Bobo? Is that Bobo?
Rogersville Review. Hey.
Yep. So what you have is you've got some interest by Bobo in what the Bernards did with this property. Okay, now I'm going to jump forward just a little bit to a clip that was taken last night.
Anyways, because they're like, fuck this, what if something's been placed on? Hey.
She didn't finish it though, did she? What if something's been... What she said, let's listen to it in its
At
entirety.
least to my knowledge. I don't. That's why a whole lot of people deny a whole lot of these YouTubers access to their properties. Because everybody in the fucking world knows at this point that one case. I reckon half of them. And they come in and out at convenient ass times. A lot of us know that, yeah, we're sent weird shit from the beginning of this, from YouTubers.
Now, what she went on to say is that there's people that sold their whole ass property because they were afraid. Let me see if I can find the timestamp. Sold their whole ass property under the fear. What was it? 2/22/06. Under the fear that something may have been placed on their property. Give me just a moment here. Of course, she took it down. So, she's waiting for it to remonetize. But they said that that the Bernards sold their property with the ideal that something could have been placed there.
Some selling their whole ass land. Anyways, because they're like, fuck this, what if something's been placed on?
Okay, I guess we did get the whole soundbite. So it's people selling properties.
Mommy, what are you?
Some selling their whole ass land. Anyways, because they're like, fuck this, what if something's been placed on?
Okay, so let me go back over here. I'm gonna hit the button, Fizzle. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. So she goes on to say that Monster sold that property when she's talking to Rachel about the jury pool. Monster sold that property a long time ago, or Monster sold that building a long time ago, right? Now we talked about how the verbiage wasn't right. Like I felt like there should have been, some condescending coming from Jody. Probably the way she would typically responds to things like this is, no, 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 there wasn't any footprints by my cabin. And that's not what you got. What you really got was almost a melding or a mixing of the two cabins, right? So, but you do have definitively here that on November 6th, that's when it was published. It was published that they made a revocable trust agreement on 4.5 acres at $14,000, right? Let's go back to this here. Okay. As you can see here, owner one, or the sole owner, is Chimney Top Revocable Trust Agreement. There is no owner number two. There's no one else on that deed. It is Fields Road 162. It is 4.5 acres. Now, you can see it was statused on September 24th. It was published in the paper
Hold on, who was
November 6th.
Damon? Who's Damon Bernard?
What you have, can you tell me, Fizzle, when was Jody Sue evicted from the property?
In September, right? I thought.
You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. When was she evicted from the property in September, correct?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But what was that thing you just had up? It said Damon. Damon. Who is Damon?
Where you see Damon? Oh.
Who's
Okay,
Damon?
I'm incorrect. I looked at the wrong thing. This is for the PPO.
Well, who is Damon?
Damon Bernard. I'm guessing it also could be some sort of, now he's the petitioner, which we know that she went after the PPOs. Wasn't she talking about them in August, correct? So
Right, and I know that Damien did something and he didn't follow through with it. So I'm just wondering who is Damon?
it says disposed, sorry.
Okay. So they just commonly misspell names because Damon and Damien are different things.
They absolutely are. Good catch. I was looking at dates. So let me retract that. This was published on the 6th. So I don't know how long it takes to change ownership of properties, but you could assume that in the end weeks or week of September is when the changing of hands happened, right? So I find it so interesting. The timing is what, because I was talking to Tiffany about this last night. It's like one of the things that Sherlock Holmes and Gumshoes and everybody looks for is after a crime, the suspects, a lot of times their behavior is going to output something that's different than before. And the typical things are geographical changes, missing work, change of appearance, change in vehicles. So you've got stuff cooking. Now, when did she come? She come to social media talking about all of this in August, September, correct? She hit the
I think she had started talking to Squaw in September. If I don't exactly know because I didn't talk to Squaw back then. I still don't, but she didn't approach me until the end of September, like the very end.
Okay. So let's do a little timeline on this property.
But
This
up until that point, Benny, she was all in the Facebook groups.
correct. And I'm guessing that they all knew that she was doing that even back then, and it hadn't even went wide scale on the YouTube
Yeah,
where she was reaching all these extra people, right?
yeah, they
So,
ran her off.
right. February 28th, this property that you're looking at here no longer belongs to the Bernards. Police have already been there and searched, and they've already ditched their ownership of this property. To me, in my opinion, I mean, it changed everything last night, Fizzle, when I started looking at this. It was like, hold on, wait a minute. This search is just a few hundred yards from a Bernard property. It's a Bernard property that she just made this comment about, and it's sold. That to me is like the most extreme. It could be looked at. Let me say it that way. That could be looked at as like one of the most extreme movements after a crime, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like you're selling a whole parcel of land.
Yeah, and you know that land out there is cherished to those people. They don't want to give up their land. They want more of it.
So was it that he needed to get rid of the land? Now, this is the thing. If you're going to get rid of one and you fear, like Jody says, something's been placed on it, well, yeah, the Fields Road one is the one to fucking get rid of because they've already been over there searching before. But my contention is that it may not be so much about the land as it is the $14,000 that came.
Exactly. I was just about to say they needed money.
It's a strange time to need a bulk of money.
Mm-hmm.
That starts looking like lawyer retainer money to I don't know what. I mean, that's the first thing that jumped into my head was, well, wait a minute. You're selling the property that they've been searching and continue to search on. So you sell that. You didn't sell it. Now, as I understand, 125 is currently on the market too. I haven't substantiated that. I don't know. But that seems like the property you may have sold first. But no, they sold this one. And my contention is, you have to prove me wrong. My contention is it was a dual-edged activity, right? The physics
You
were.
see that?
What is it?
Francis said, according to JSB's brother and grandfather's obituary, JSB's son name is spelled Damien with an O. So it looks like Mary Lou over at Records probably just forgot the I.
Yeah, oh, Mary. She probably taking a lot of calls and dealing with a lot of BS. Is that the same Mary that I'm friends with? Me and Mary are good friends. We've been dealing with each other for almost 2 years now. There's a real back and forth. It's push and pull relationship.
Did you watch the chapter 15 upload on members? Because there's a part on there where they're asking Andy about footprints over at 125.
Yeah.
And he's saying no, there wasn't ever any. No.
On the upload that you just did yesterday?
Was it yesterday? Yeah, maybe. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Maybe.
2 days in a row, but one was like 2 days ago. I think it was
Yeah,
yesterday.
so it's the chapter 15 one. It was the one about did the subject answer the specific question? But yeah, there's a part on there where they ask him about whether or not there's any footprints on 125 because they had
You know
heard
the
yes.
timestamp of that?
It's actually it has a transcript to it. So like
Okay.
it's on the screen, the transcript of it. So you'll be able to scroll through and see that question pop up.
Man, it took me to that weird see. All right, it's not gonna let me listen to it because I don't know why it just did that. Like I hit to watch it from in the studio, and you know how it takes you to like the whole other YouTube. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's the one that you're never logged into. I don't know why it sent me over there.
Well, if everybody is members over here, on Blood Money, it's set to dual supporter, and then on the other channel, it's set at the lowest level. So That's where the
Sorry,
members' content is.
time Thursday. Replies, I did not. Conduct directly or instead of answer
Should say I'm listening.
Here it is right here.
specific question me.
Let's, I got to turn the button on really quick, Fizzle. Hold on. Alrighty, here we go.
Since the person is withholding information, you should ask the question a second time and attempt to force him to give you a direct answer.
Neither one of them.
What do you got to say, Andy?
I ain't got shit to say. I'm listening. I'm gonna sit here and listen for a minute.
You gonna sit there and listen?
Yeah.
You know, what I want to know, Andy, is where's Summer?
I don't know. Ask her daddy.
Where's Summer?
He said, ask her daddy.
What do you think happened to Summer?
He said, ask her daddy. I think her parents or somebody on that hill knows what happened to her.
Andy, you got to have an opinion.
My opinion?
Yeah,
I think her parents or somebody on that hill knows what happened to her.
and I agree with you. I very
Okay.
much agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Now,
So I don't know where she.
my question is, would you help those parents to conceal something as horrible as doing something bad to a child?
If I knew that them son of a bitches did something to a child, I would have sold them up the river the day I knew about it, or
Sold him up the river. That's old Cagney and Lacey talk for telling on him. Sold him up the river.
the day that it happened if I knew about it that day. Because there's no use in mistreating children.
Only if there's somebody else's, though, right, Andy?
I want to ask you, Andy, was there some kind of child pedo shit going on up there?
At the Wells house,
Absolutely.
I have no clue. I didn't hang out with them. I didn't go nowhere with them. I didn't talk to them on a friendly basis. The only basis I had was they wanted a little bit of something, and I took it over there.
He's just a runner. He's just a capo. He's just a capo. That's all he's saying.
It.
Donald told me that he was going to go over there to talk with you. And he told me that he thought you done something to his daughter.
I didn't do nothing to his daughter.
Well, that's what he told me.
Well, Don's a fucking retard drunk.
I agree with you. Don's not just a retard drunk, but he's a retard a lot.
Oh, goodness. It's just some words I won't grab a hold to. That's one of them. I just can't grab a hold to it. That and I got a Down syndrome niece. Good God.
Fucking things, right? Him and Candace are a couple of gullible mental cases over there.
PG, can I ask Andy a question?
Sure.
Please,
Hey.
anything to shut her up.
Andy, did you ever hear Don saying the statement that we just got Summer back? Did you ever hear him say that?
That he just got Summer back?
Yeah, that they just got Summer back.
I never did hear that.
Well, he made that statement publicly, that they had just got Summer back.
Well, you see, this is the thing.
So it says Fizzle sped it up past arguing. Thank you for that. Almost there. I say that, but
Protection or threatened with anything.
I didn't want to hear what you have to say because you're a neighbor. You knew the You knew the
Yeah, but I still can't say everything without being threatened with going to jail or threatened with an order of protection or threatened with anything. I cannot have a voice. That's why I've not come out, because I can't speak without the risk of me going to jail for something.
okay. Jody Sue Brown, aka Andy's ex-girlfriend, joins backstage and tells Andy in private chat that he's going to jail. Flash. Spoiler alert, he didn't go to jail. There actually no one's went to jail that she said is going to jail other than the 32 people she sent to jail.
And I'm not doing. No,
It's time for people
and
to hear
you,
voice.
I'm going to tell you, Andy, and I know the law pretty damn good. And if you didn't do nothing, if you go to jail for it, then you.
Though she knows the laws pretty good. Yep. But she doesn't know English well. So make that make sense. She knows American law well, but not English. Abducted. Girl, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Then you have nothing to worry about being out here talking.
Andy, can I ask your opinion?
It's funny to me because she just popped up in a private chat on your live saying that I was going to jail. Well, I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to jail.
Is that your first threat from her?
You're not going to jail. Because
First thing
even if she got a protection,
First thing that Sissy's been right about yet is that Andy's not going to jail yet. I don't know if he's going to go to jail in the future, but he hasn't went to jail yet.
order, even if she has a protective order, Andy, you can pop up on anybody's staff you want, including your damn own. And there's nothing you can do as long as you don't pop up on hers, because the only way you violate that protective order is if you directly have contact with her, and you're not having direct contact with her. She tell you,
The easy taking information from this one, Andy. Yeah, she'll get your bag in a pinch.
that you still clear up. Yep. So there's not a damn thing. I mean, you have just as much right being out here supporting Summer as Jody Sue does. She cannot stop you. She cannot stop you from doing that.
She talks about you on her channel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can also, just because you got a protective order, don't keep you from getting one. Yeah. Because if she's over here on my chat right now saying you're going to jail, then and she's stopping you, you're not stopping her, and therefore, actually, she's violating her own fucking protective order because she's not supposed to be over here bugging you.
Again, damn. A Prairie Garden putting together 2 common senses in a row. Holy good night team strategy.
She can't come in here and listen and say you're going to jail. That's bullshit. And that's just the way the law works, Jody Sue.
Because she said so.
You guys already know. Set up a PG and come talk, tell your story. You're not going to get in trouble for having your.
Yeah, because right now, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I have the most shittiest opinion of you that you can get. I really do. And I think that, yes, you do owe us. You owe us an explanation for all the bullshit that's going on. Well, one thing, I don't owe nobody a goddamn thing. You do owe us an explanation. You owe us,
That's right, Andy. The only people you owe is the child support people. That is it, bro. You don't owe nobody nothing.
owe us an explanation for what Jody Sue has been saying for over a year, and you have not come to your defense at all.
Andy, you should stick up.
We're talking about a 5-year-old missing little girl. I know people say, oh, she's 6. No, she was 5 when she came up missing. I got a feeling she's no longer with us in this world. And from what we're hearing, you were the last one supposedly to see her dead body.
Oof. Now, let's come over here really quick and finish up this because there's some more pertinent information here.
Oh, many a poor boy, dear God. I know.
Oh, yeah, I don't want the music. So, footprint. Fields Road. Bear with me.
Well, I mean, that sounds all well and good, but she wants me to look at that as possibly is me.
So, Andy, why don't you stick up for yourself?
Exactly.
I mean, seriously, dude, don't let this woman push you around anymore. Don't let her push you around anymore. Stand on your own 2 feet and start fighting back.
For a long goddamn time.
Well, then you need to start fighting back. I mean,
Andy, is it true? Is it true that you was trying to run off all the searchers that were looking for Summer? No. Well, Jody Sue said that you were out there trying to run off the searchers. That you didn't want the searchers around there.
They had free reign of the property, all they wanted.
Did your mother deny access to the property to be searched where you guys were living?
No.
Jody Sue said that your mother denied your property to be searched for Summer.
No, they searched my property about every day for the whole time they was down there. They come across them sweeps.
And was there footprint found over on your property that belonged to Summer?
There was never no footprints found over there that belonged to Summer, no.
Bam! There we go. There was never any footprints on 125 that belonged to Summer. Okay. You have anything to say about that, Fizzle?
No. I mean, he said it, and who was it? Jody Sue? Where are they getting that said that there was footprints over on 125? But the point of that members video is to show which questions he's answering directly and indirectly. So specifically answering yes or no for a yes or no question, and which ones that he could answer yes or no to, but he gives the runaround. Like if you go back and look at the transcripts on the screen, it's going to show when they ask, would you help them hide or conceal something? And that was a yes or no question. And he did not ever answer. All he said is, if I would have known, I would have sold them up the river a long time ago that day, or if I knew that day. That's not an answer. That is a non-answer. So that was the point of that video, but I did just remember that there was the 125 footprints question there, and he did give a direct answer, which was no.
No, correct. Never was any footprints on 125. So when I guess that also gives us more clarification on which unfinished cabin that they were, because I knew something was up when she didn't come out with the condescending to the Rachel lady. No. She didn't come straight out with that, which is the sort of the standard issued response, right? So I felt like there was something more to all of that.
Do you have that soundbite?
Yes, hold on.
I tried to watch her last night, but it was like, I think an hour
Right here.
had gone by with her not saying anything. So I was like, man, fuck this. Me neither.
Not subscribe to Beats on the Streets. We go subscribe to Beats.
I don't hear it.
Oh yeah, hold on. I've got to hit the button real quick. Let me see here. Alrighty.
Channels myself now. It's the best way to keep up with her long ass lives. But tonight I was alerted to this little slip that she had. So I went myself, checked it out, and here's what we have.
The entire time.
Now at first she's gonna ramble about some pointless shit and maybe I'll interrupt, but we've got to build up the context.
Like a year, they've had Monster back there and doing shit that could entirely mess up.
For those that don't remember all things Jody Sue, Monster is how she refers to her ex, not husband, because he never married her, but her ex, Andy Bernard. And Stall Pump is how she lovingly refers to his new wife, because he did put a ring on it, Becca.
Fuck with, because they're too stupid and too monster-like to realize they don't care about anything beyond the abuse and targeting them and silencing of and that dude keeping a mask on and the abuse quiet and still abusing and doing it for profit and personal gain. And
the jumbled ramblings of Jody Sue confuse you, let me explain. Jody Sue fully believes that Andy is only here and only talking because he wants money. To the best of my calculations...
Oh wait, this is the wrong one. I apologize. It's this one. Goodness. The unfinished cabin. Or was it this one? Hold on. I've got so many tabs here.
Money that Andy has received via super chats because he hasn't created enough content to receive AdSense.
Thinking they're gonna get some more shit from profit from abuse.
No, it's on my other tab here. Hold on one second. I had it pulled up, but then we went through it and I closed it. So let me pull. It was the bug one. So I'm glad that you're here, that you could look at this like this, because the way that she had said it was, I immediately caught right here. So all right. Here it is right here. Turn my shit off. Oh, Oh, Jody Sue. Rachel. Okay, so it's killer looks. All right. We can look at the whole. I was trying to remember. Got so many things going. Here we go.
Rachel. Who has tormented the absolute
Just one.
Out of her box isn't fucking Green Eyes. Oh, Rachel. Oh, Rachel. Rachel. Did you really just say a guy called Killer Looks isn't fucking Green Eyes? Who's tormented the absolute shit out of everybody from birthday, summer vanished, called him death, called all it to her families, talked nasty about her children, put up pedophile like images, stolen baby images with her naked and all that. That fella told on that Summers found the unfinished cabin. What unfinished cabin would that be, Rachel? Very relentless.
Bear with me.
Oh, and I was told by TBI. Question mark. You're at work. Oh dear, Rachel. All I can tell you is this. From my knowledge, the quote unfinished cabin you're probably trying to insinuate in my chat was sold by Monster a long time ago.
Where she tries to make Fields Road 125, in my opinion.
So what unfinished cabin? Oh, and here's my fucking pro tip, Rachel. Goddamn scent dogs of every variety were put in and under and around that fucking cabin when it was there.
So she is referring to 125 with the verbiage when it was there. Do you have a comment on this, Fizzle?
I feel like I remember her saying that she bought that and that Andy didn't, so she might have some sort of feelings about him selling it. Maybe, do you think? But no,
Wouldn't
she
you
sounds a
expect?
little.
You would have expected to have heard that no, there wasn't any. She didn't say that at all. She didn't say no, there was no footprints. What she went on to say, like you were saying, she didn't directly answer it like that. She went on to say, well, search dogs of every variety searched under and around and whatever, right? But meanwhile, you've got this. Now, in terms of having sold something a long time ago, he doesn't own this property, but it was sold a long time ago when that was made 2 days ago. So, and Don isn't speaking about, I don't know where that soundbite is. I didn't even care to even track that one down, but she's mixing the two and failing to even bring Fields Roads to the forefront, right? She's not even talking about Fields Road at all. Not here. She doesn't talk about it, Fizzle. But over here, where is it at? Over here, she talks about people selling their land because they think something could have been placed on it.
That's very strange.
Right now, hold on one second. Let's Let's hear this again.
At least to my knowledge.
Oh wait, let me refresh it.
Mommy?
Some selling their whole ass land anyways because they're like, fuck this, what if something's placed on? Hey, at least to my knowledge.
Somebody's selling their whole ass land. Like that's. Hold on, let me turn this back off now. Go ahead. If you got a comment on that. Like she sort of, in my opinion, straightens it out at that point. If you're looking for the pieces, she sort of straightens out the mess with the cabins, right? Now there isn't
125 as well.
125 what?
They sell 125 also.
They did sell it or are trying to sell it?
I'm asking, did they?
Oh, I was told that it was on the market now, but I hadn't corroborated that. But I know for sure that this property, the ownership has changed hands. It's the Chimney Top Revocable Trust Agreement. So something's gone on. I don't know what that is. It's just I didn't do a ton of research on what I know the difference between revocable and irrevocable. And it seems like it's some sort of trust, right? Like it's been put somewhere for a different reason, right? But what she's saying over here is that it's been sold. So, does she know that it's been sold definitively? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. However, she insinuates that it's been sold, and you don't know of any other property being sold post-event. Some property stuff shifting around pre-event with the stuff that Jackie Dobbs bought, right? I don't know of. And what is it? The 114 acres right there is for sale. Right there by Fred Hill, it's for sale. So it's some stuff popping up for sale right there, but this one changed hands in November of 2021.
So see that comment on the screen? Could this land selling be a way of money laundering?
I mean, I guess it could be. It's not like you're talking about $140,000. So you could somebody could pop in with a little envelope, 14,000 cash, and I don't know. That's the other question. I don't know, Cerisia. I don't know who is the beneficiary of that trust. I don't know who's the executor. I don't know any of that stuff. So did you take that off on purpose? Yeah.
No, we hit it at the same time.
I asked someone that drove by there if there was a sign. They said no. Okay, fair enough. Now let's check this out. This is killer looks. Maybe somebody has right here. This is Valkyrie's Corner. If you're not subscribed to Valkyrie's Corner, please go take a look at Valkyrie. She's been in here since the beginning too.
Yeah, so I actually watched it yesterday. It's a good question. I'm gonna hop down real quick. One of my little kids' tooths just came out, so I gotta go get the salt water and all that stuff.
There you go. Have a good day. All right. So let me turn this back on. This is why the mauling happened.
Good morning, fam. We're going to take a little stroll down memory lane and I am just going to put a hypothesis together, give y'all my thoughts, and I want to remind everybody that this is a hypothesis. This is not based on facts. This is just something put together.
Was there a reason for the cats being mauled on Jody's eviction day? Oh dear. Wait a minute. The maulings happened on the eviction day? What? She's very defensive about the 104 for sale. I asked her some questions about it, and she told me not to contact her anymore. Hey, what's up, killer? According to Realtor, 125 is off the market. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that, Miss Liplocked. Okay. Wrong one.
Together from current and past events. So let's take a look at what's going on. Killer Looks puts up a video. Jody Sue Brown verifies unfinished cabin Dawn speaks of, and she says that it was sold off by Andy B. So I've got permission from Killer Looks to play this video. So let's see what is said here.
If you're not subscribed to Killer Looks, please run over. Can someone drop Killer Looks link in the chat, please? Please subscribe to Killer Looks, Valkyrie's Corner. Anyone that we've used their content today, please give them subscribe and check them out.
Would that be Rachel? Carolyn Lontness.
She's crazy.
Oh, I almost told about TV. Question mark. You're at work. Oh dear, Rachel. All I can tell you is this. From my knowledge, the quote unfinished cabin you're probably trying to insinuate in my chat was sold by Monster a long time ago.
And that was when she got evicted from it.
So what unfinished cabin? Oh, and here's a motherfucking pro tip, Rachel. Goddamn.
It's a motherfucking pro tip.
Scent dogs of every variety were put in and under and around that fucking cabin when it was there.
But allegedly, the dogs weren't behaving all the way accurately. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you said, Jody? The dogs were behaving strangely. But you'd have made them dogs every dogs, unfortunately.
And I'm sure if that were the case, news would have already broken, panels would already be hopping, and feds would be here instead of me being online.
And I bet search warrants have already been executed, right, Jody Sue?
But thanks for advertising Killer / Green Eyes / Daryl Jacobs / Leon the Best Buck Buddy.
Rest in peace, Charlie and Kibby. You were my best friends. I love you, and I'll miss you. I just wish you were both with me for longer. Wow, that's sad. Those two beautiful little kittens are the ones? Damn. No, it's the same two. She lost these cats and blamed it on Andy. Let's see. Found out the cats were locked in a cabin with a vicious dog. A dog that's since perished himself. By Jody Sewell.
Now, I have showed you guys all of this to say this. Why would someone sacrifice leaving two cats in an unfinished cabin with vicious dogs to get mauled to death? She said that there was blood all over the place when they come back. And I assume that Andy had to clean up that mess.
Yeah.
She has done everything from creating chaos to intentionally discrediting TVI, the search dogs, law enforcement, meddling in the investigation, putting misinformation out. But here is my biggest thing. When she sacrificed those 2 cats in that log cabin with that dog, and blood got splashed everywhere.
She had to have. She knows about that dog. That wasn't no surprise, in my opinion. Might be onto something.
Was that blood spread all over that cabin to cover up maybe human blood? Was
I don't know about that contention. This is the opinion of Miss Valkyrie. I don't expressly consent to any of the opinions necessarily, but it is something to think about, right?
that spread on that cabin that day to cover up something else, since she was being put out and could no longer contain nor protect something on that property? She has said herself that parts of 125 has not been searched.
Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah. I know dogs. That was a setup. She knew which dogs don't play nice. Bet. Absolutely. Hell yeah. She knew her dog, too.
Well, but if you don't feed a dog, you're going to...
Better that than bleach. Yeah. Yeah. Blood will cover up blood, won't it? Oof.
I can go back and show you video of where she says what has been searched and what hasn't been searched. But I tell you what, if I wanted to cover up human blood, I would certainly probably try spreading animal blood. I don't know if luminol could pick up the difference, but it occurred to me this morning when I heard Killer Looks and Benny talking about the blood, or not the blood, the cabin. And then it all came flooding back to me about the cats, the footprints, and everything. Even the story about the rumors that was put out about the dogs. And like I stated in the beginning of this video, this is only a hypothesis. Here is where you can find my video, in her words, parts of 125 Ben Hill Road that wasn't searched.
Parts. Thank you, sir. Parts of 125 that haven't been searched. Valkyrie, girl, you putting it down in the city of sound. Good night. She is on it.
Behind by searchers, there was personal items. I mean, I had to keep calling for people to bag because they were left behind. And I think some people were just, I don't know. It was weird. But there were so many wonderful people out there, and I still stand by the searchers. I just don't know that they were, directed correctly, maybe, Like, I don't know what was happening, honestly. But, I doubled down on my efforts in the videos not to piss anybody off. I was trying to give a hand signal of peace. Like, I don't mean any harm, because it seemed like I and other neighbors were being, and we had no dance. But, those searchers were amazing. That's the thing. I just don't think they were sometimes welded as well as they.
Welded as well. Good word, Jody. Very good descriptive word for right there. Welded. They were just kind of just together.
Should have.
She wanted them to follow her narrative once again, not their own narrative or their own directives, Jody Sue's directives.
But there's still 2 giant pieces of that property that weren't. And so the people in this group,
there were 2 giant pieces of this property that weren't, and so the people in this group watching, oh boy.
but I mean, there's still 2 giant pieces of that property that weren't. And so the people in this group watching right now with me have tried
2 giant pieces of that property that still hasn't been searched at 125 at the time of this interview.
to help me get equipment up there. Before I left the property to have parts mowed down by other neighbors, to where we could make sure nothing was there, you know. But it was one of the easiest places to actually walk on the property, but it was never touched, you know. But unfortunately, we didn't get that done in time. But I mean,
Are you talking about 125?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's parts of 125 that have never been searched.
Absolutely. I mean,
oof. Okay.
That's why a whole lot of people deny a whole lot of these YouTubers access to their properties. Because they're buying fucking...
Mommy.
Some selling their whole ass lands anyways, because they're like, fuck this, what if something's been placed on? Hey,
she's an idiot.
At least to my knowledge. I don't. That's why a whole lot of people deny a whole lot of these YouTubers access to their properties. Because they're buying fucking world most disappointed on Candace. I reckon with half of them. And they come in and out at convenient ass times. A lot of us know that, you know, we're sent weird shit from the beginning of this, from YouTubers. Some selling their whole ass lands anyways, because they're like, fuck this, what if something's been...
She's for sure something, yeah. Mexican omelet with jalapenos, bell peppers, cheese, and onions. Would Jody trip if the TBI went and tore that place up? Kind of seems like she's squirming now. Me too, Miss Liplock. She won't finish the sentence. You see that? And this is like she realizes when she's about 5 words slower than her mouth. Yeah. 5 words slow. She gets it out. And then bam. That shit is hot. Yeah, it will be. I don't know. Somebody was saying something about Shay. Shay, you put out a video? Yeah. Somebody was screaming. Oof. Selena. Boy, girl, you right. She's one bug on one big on the spot. Hell yeah. I'm gonna drop the link. So if you've got any information or you want to kick around ideas about this whole property debacle, I'm willing to go as far back as the tainted jury pool for Boog. Um, hmm. Yeah, Shay, Valkyrie, feel free. Do y'all think it's odd that JD has a dog named Green Eyes when the dog has blue eyes? And in JD's video, what is he whispering? Hmm. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, killer would be a good plan. I mean, if you just tour the joint around with you, right? You ain't got to run from it. You just take it with you, right? But uh, thank you for for what you do, bro. But like that was ain't no but like man, damn. Like I missed like I'm starting to realize every day I missed crazy amounts of information. I really did. I missed crazy amounts of information. I have always believed that 3 women planting flowers that day was to cover up why fresh dirt under their nails. Fair enough. Hey, Lily, Rochelle, what's up, baby? I'll tell you, the statistics are statistics for a reason, right? Um, I admire the work that goes into amassing numbers in order to make statistics. Like that's a lot of work in itself, right? I mean, somebody's got to solve the crimes, and then somebody's got to do the statistics, right? So, I mean, with the statistics though, there's other. You've got like godly happenings. You've got accidents. You've got your true creeper, weirdo, stranger, danger factor. Um, let's see what we got. I'm not subscribed to anybody on this computer. I'm not even logged in. Jody Sue Brown, you had a lot to say about things you witnessed on Ben Hill. Did you report the AB? Did you report dogs having stomped out by the kids? Did you do anything about kids having opposite sex sleepovers into which you insinuated inappropriate behavior? Did you report the weight of the world behavior of one of the kids after summer got gone, which has caused you such distress? I see you, liar. You should have been worried about your own son. His public disturbing Facebook full of links to bestiality and lowly. I don't know what that is. While he laughed, how he laughed while playing with the cat's BH on that Facebook Live from so long ago. Don't worry, we got that too. What? Hold on, Jack. What? Hold on, man. Skilo, girl. What in the hell? Sound like some Dolly Vision Brothers stuff getting ready to come out. I don't know. I'm just saying. So why the Hail Mary tonight? Why are you attacking the Wells boys while you were the mistress of your very own den of inequity? I've heard the stories about how you treated your own kids, the kind of women you were in front of them. More people have spoken up than you are aware of, and they all tell the same story. You are the most foul, wretched monster that ever lumbered through that creek, and your rancid stench will haunt the earth there forever. Oof. Yikes. Lowly is very bad. I just Googled it. Then I won't Google it. Oh, shit. Links to Lowly? Oh, good God Almighty. On a Sunday morning. Holy jeez. Somebody Christian the kid. I ran into Dan Armstrong 2 weeks ago. He said the investigation about Summer Wells was still going strong and not to give up. He might have said that to get me to hush. IDK. Sassy Ann, thank you so much for that. Man, God has a mysterious way, doesn't he? You should have been worried about your own son. His public, disturbing Facebook links to Beastie, Ality, and Lowly. How he laughed while playing with the cats on that live, Facebook Live from so long ago. Don't worry, we got that too. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh Lord. Good Lord. I wish I could give you a 10 thumbs up, but I can't. So there's that. Wow. Hey, I'm here to tell you, Skilo ain't gonna put this out unless it's the truth, I'm guessing. You know, I'll give her, you like, she's down with OPP. Jody is defending Marlena. I think Jody would hide this crime from them, but not the Wells, if not in the crime together. Yikes. Is there gonna be like a video? I mean, I'm not suggesting that I want to see what Booger did to the cat. I'm suggesting some sort of like receipt. Lip lock. Dang. Hell yeah. What did it say? A cat? The cat. Yeah, a cat. Dang. Yeah, Jaded. Wow. Damn. She spot on, killer. On a Facebook live, Jack? Are you kidding me? This fool recorded the crime and then put it on social medias? What? Lowly is anime child P. And it's the same with real children disturbing sheep. Oh my God. This fool had lowly links? Are you kidding me? Lowly. That's what it says. Jody admitted she saw Marlena and Daniel go up the driveway of the Wells stealing tools in a van. Oof. Oh, no. Damn, Skilo, y'all been digging. Good God almighty. That is a lot. Was it a blue van? So we got Damien and Sherfy Jr. into K's and Frank. Who else? The tattoo artist, maybe? I don't know exactly what his charges were. I don't remember his name now. I got his name somewhere. It is so disturbing, Beach Lady. Yep, it's a play on Lolita, small children cartoon. Oh my. The rub off is real. Unbelievable. Oh my. Oof. Hold on. Damn. Damn, Jody. Probably a lot more. That is one dating community post. Very disturbing. Oh my God, Ren. Damn, Rennie. Shit.
Don't let him get
Oh yeah. Lawson's son too. Damn. Contributing as what's up, Constance? Kiko, it never made sense. What do you mean, Constance? They shipped that dude off to the military with problems like that. He won't last. Damn. I mean, shit. Yes, we do, Piper 6 Trey. Oh, man. I live in Tennessee, and this is not the first time I have heard this regarding JS. Disturbing and absolutely disgusting. I mean, a cat? Oh, good Lord. Kiko said JSB might cover for Marlena, but not the Wells. I agree. Yeah. His Facebook is sick as fuck. I think he was sent to the military for the looks when he goes to court. Another reason why Booger was in the pool was Summer. Damn. Keep all animals and kids away from JSB. Crimes. Oh, jeez. I'm going to cut it off here because I don't want to go too deep and bury this information. But I do want to watch the last minute or so of this here. And Marlena hangs out with Officer Lawson's daughter, don't forget. Damn.
Kids and I had tried to walk.
Bam. There you go, people. There you have it.
Talking about 125?
Yeah,
Okay, so there's parts of 125 that have never been searched.
absolutely. And I mean, the kids and I had tried to walk.
Bam.
Damn. Who was stalking them before in the red Jeep, according to Book's Facebook? Damn, Jack. And this internet is forever, man. Hey, we definitely should finish this convo later, Benny. I think it's important. Absolutely. Jody accuses Andy of being into Team P. Rub off. JSB listens to everyone's content and makes it her own. After hearing Candace went to the hospital for her heart, JSB announced she had to go to the ER for her heart the next day. Andy states he doesn't know Marlena. Yes, Tilly, I do believe so. I just don't want to bury this. Like, it's important that, the information flows and it's not that it's not a bunch of jazz all wound around it on the end there. So, I didn't see if there was any super chats or new members. There's a start. Veronica, thank you so much for your contribution this morning, Queen. It means the world to me, baby. Yeah, pray for my left butt cheek, too. I came down them stairs super hard. Yeah, I got a little numbing in the toes, so I got to probably go in there and get adjusted. Man, I had, my socks. It felt like they were made of silk. I sounded like a machine gun hitting all them stairs. Anyways, Veronica, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. If there were any new members, recurring members, dual supporters, thank you all for joining us this morning. Hey, like the title of the video, just in case something was placed there. You guys all have a beautiful Sunday. Be on the lookout. I probably will come back. Bye-bye.